Hey everybody, welcome in. And you may be looking at this team and being like, that looks familiar. So, I'm sure a lot of you do. So this is like the basic characters that everybody starts out with the Ariel, Sully, Buzz, Mickey given to you at the very start, and then the Aladdin event that goes on at the very beginning as well. So these are like the characters you have to start with. And on Discord, on my comments, there's always questions like, who is a good team to start running into, and who should I invest into, things like that. So that's what this is going to be about. I'm going to give you all two kind of pretty good teams that you can run into or build up quickly with minimal changes. So one good thing to note is that Ariel will always be a good character. She is a pretty good just all around, is going to be on the good to very good character. You may not always need a healer or support, but at the moment the game is very based around damage and speed, for like in the meta as it would be. But early game and even going through any kind of events, Ariel will always save the day, helping to just because she will be able to help heal weaker characters, and then you can go through events with weaker event characters but with your core team. So we are going to keep the main core of the basic characters together. So that being said, Aladdin is a high tier character and will just be a good character always as well. Just he's fast, he can slow the opponents, and he can get evasion. So those are all quite important parts of a battle. Now Buzz, on the other hand, Buzz is good early game and he has his uses later on. His stun is always amazing. He's got a decent bit of power with his little laser, but he gets quite squishy quite fast. Like, you're gonna really wish he had more health, and that's, I suppose Ariel can help with that a little bit with her leader ability, but you end up kind of wanting to replace him. Now Mickey is another high tier character, not on the highest, but a good, I'll just say he's on the good high to good character, and similar reasons to Aladdin. He is fast, he can control the opponent's speed, hit a lot of damage, do AoEs and slow them, and also he can just do extra damage with his assists, but also his charge times are very quick, and that is the same as Buzz as well. So Buzz's charge times are very quick, so that's one reason why he is good. But just because of that, Mickey can end up doing a lot of good things because of that, and he does get better as he goes up. Same with Aladdin. Now Sully, on the other hand, Sully is, some people like him because he can hit. He does some good damage, and he tanks well. That may be the case when he's low level, but then you'll get to a patch where he is just very average. And he is the character in the game who with the most HP, but that's pretty much all he's got going for him. So I would always recommend that Sully should be the first one to be replaced. You don't, as I mentioned, like, the meta is damage and speed, so having a tank, like, you may be able to just sit there with a lot of HP, but that still doesn't get you anywhere. So he'll be one of the first ones to replace. So I want to give you guys a couple of quick options or easy options that you can keep the core team of, say, Ariel, Mickey, Aladdin, and then just change one or two aspects for a quick team change up. So the first being of a kingdom team, with Shan Yu as the core. So adding Shan Yu in, you'll want the ability, the leadership ability, to be on Shan Yu. That's a little checkbox, so you can choose between and Shan Yu just by clicking on the ticks, and that's whose leadership's abilities are in place. Shan Yu boosts kingdom characters, and that's Aladdin and Mickey. So they're both kingdom. Now, for this, I'd also recommend replacing Buzz. And if you've progressed a little bit in the Aladdin event that you get as a new player, you'll probably have Jasmine. And I'd say she is decent. She is a good character to chuck in, and it will be pretty much no extra cost. She has a very high HP, decent, very good and high defense, but she also attacks well, gets evasion and things like that as well. And having speed makes her kind of nicely usable. And this brings together a nice little quick team that you can slap together pretty early on. Now, Shan Yu, you can get his tokens from the tournament exchange, so that's from the Sorcerer's tournament. I'd recommend, if you want to go down this way, go for him, and then you can build this easy little speedy kingdom team, and it works together quite nicely. And Ariel can just help to heal and do Ariel's thing. She can purge, she can heal, she can just be a part of nearly any team. She's a good support, so you don't really need to change her. Now, that is one option. As for the spells, Meteor and Trigger's Tower, I would say Trigger's Tower is amazing. When you're low game, you can level him up pretty fast by doing the club dungeons. You get his tokens, and while you're in the low levels up until say 30 to 40, he will be amazing. He can do a lot of damage, and then with the damage and output he can do, he can just really help your team. So with that, the other ones, the spells, whoever you can get really, for the spells, I have got a video on the top spells in the game if anyone wants to check those out. But I would say if anyone gets like that special purple pot up the top, Duke Kaboom, if anyone gets him, Iago is one of the best spells in the game. So if you can get that from the Aladdin event, you'll be set, and you'll want to use that everywhere. Peter's Shadow, you can use that early on, and if you get Zap can be good. So I'd recommend any of those, even Mortal Potion. If you have those will be probably my recommendations to swap for Meteor. Meteor just charges far too slow. Those will be the spell replacements. Now, that is one team, so that is one basic team you can change up, and I'll just quickly show you guys into the exchange of, this is the tournament exchange, and this will be the where you get Shan Yu. So this little orangey, reddy, browny swords token, this is where you get the tournament exclusives, so Hades, Shan Yu, Mordu, and Merlin and Horned King. So with that, Shan Yu, I'd say hands down the best character in the game. So a lot of people are always asking, who should we invest in, who should we go? But a lot of people are going him and making this kind of kingdom team. Now, as I kind of said in the gem, how to best spend your gem videos, if you are using that, doing it wisely, leveling them up, you can jump into Sorcerer's tournament, rank yourself high, and get better payouts of gems, and continue the cycle. So it's not just about leveling and progressing, it's about putting yourself in a position where you can get more to reinvest, and to then get more again. So that is the theory. Now, if we are to go back and set up the team again, so with the team that you start with of the basics, another option that you can do is, with this team, let's just jump those back to, there we go. So that's another team that you can do. if you don't want to be just like everybody else, because there, like for me personally, I want to invest well and wisely, but I also just don't want to do the same thing as everybody else. I want to be a little bit more unique. So one way you can do that, I'll give you another little team. This is more of a little bit more togethery team of the first characters. Is that instead of going down the kingdom route with the Shan Yu, you can build the team around Ariel and her slow. If you instead, in your tournament exchange, invest into Mordu, and then replace, you could either leave Buzz and just solely go in Mordu, or if you want to replace Jasmine or whoever else that you may pick up. If you go down this route, there are a few other options. Say if you were to get Sally or somebody else nice and fast, you can put them in, or Hops. If you manage to get any of those types of characters, they will also fit in Buzz's place, but that's only if you get them easily. Or another option is Syndrome, because you get Syndrome quite early on easily as well. Now you may be wondering, like, what is this synergy? What is this team you're telling me? Now, if we have a quick look at Ariel, I will do like a full showcase of Ariel video and some of the basic characters so I can give a bit more grounds to it. But her main attack deals a high amount of damage, and you connect all of the opponents that have slow, dealing a decent amount of damage for them. So that is the idea. We're going to connect things with slow, and she also has another ability here, the Trident's Boon, and what that does is you got a chance to have this kicking off, and then it's going to give you offense, so you're going to attack harder. It's going to increase the speed meter of the person it's given to, but it's also going to inflict slow on anyone that they attack. So that is what this team is going to be about. Aladdin, his carpet gives slow. Syndrome, his beam stun gives slow. Mickey, his big whirlpool can give slow, and often does give slow, and spreads the slow. So Aladdin and Mickey both spread it. And then Mordu, his big rock, has a high chance of giving slow to adjacent opponents. So the idea of this team is it's kind of like the Kingdom team, and this can work at low level. These types of teams don't really work at high level per se, just because any bad effects at high level, as soon as someone can beat the Tower of Endurance level 5, they get the spell called Blue Fairy Wand, and what that pretty much does is it super fast charging, and it just wipes any bad effects on your team. So any kind of bad effect teams, they just get instantly cleansed, and there's all your hard work down the drain for your teams. But while low level, bad effect teams can be nasty. So with this one, slowing your opponents everywhere and using Syndrome and Mordu stuns and slows and just controlling the other team, you can end up like just dominating battles, and that'll be all the way good until end game. And then end game, all of these characters are pretty decent as well. So one little thing to do, it depends on which way you want to go, and if you want to be a little bit different, maybe you want to go down this way. If you want to be like a lot of other people, go down the Shan Yu way. You can potentially just invest slowly in all of them, but it's your choice of what you want to do. But I just thought I'd give you a quick few options. Also, if you're running this team, you could potentially run the Snowies, and the Snowies have a chance to inflict 40% chance to inflict stun while also spreading slow. So you can spread slow out a bit more, and while low level, You can spread slow around, slow the team down, have more turns, do more damage, and win that way. So that's kind of the idea behind this team. Two very easy teams with a core base of the starting characters. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully gives you some more ideas of people you can run. I would say also check out some of my other videos. I have a stun and charm lock team, which early game, if you can pull it off, it'll be amazing, and that centers around Buzz and a few others. So if you can run that team early on while nobody has a wand to just remove bad effects, you will be killing it. So if you want, check that video out. I'll try and put the link in the description below, so go and check that out. But other than that, I've done some continuous damage teams, so if you want to check out my old videos, go have a little look back, and hopefully this has been helpful for you all. Hopefully you have some fun running different teams and have some different team building ideas. If you like these types of videos, let me know. I can actually run some of these teams for you if you all want to see them in action and how they actually run. But until next time, I'll look to do a few showcases and team buildings. So let me know what you want to see first, and I'll see you all soon.